Once there was a young prince, the heir to a large and thriving kingdom. One night, while he lay sleeping, he awoke suddenly. In the middle of the night, in the darkest, shadowiest, pitchiest, blackiest part of the night, he awoke, hearing voices, hushed tones. He slipped from his bed and crept cautiously through the empty halls of the castle. They were coming from a little pantry deep within the servants' quarters. The prince had never been to this part of the castle before. From under the little wooden door he could see light flickering, and as he pushed it open with a creak, the voices, 2 voices, fell silent. He found his father, the king, in his resplendent golden pyjamas, sitting opposite a tall hooded stranger whom the prince had never seen before. "Who is that, Papa?" asked the young prince. "Go back to bed, son," said the king, and the boy obeyed. When he awoke again the next morning, his father the king was gone, and he never saw him again. Some years later, on a hot summer's day, the prince saw his mother, the queen, setting off towards the woods with a tall, hooded stranger. "Where are you going, Mamma?" called the boy, but his mother simply smiled and waved and disappeared into the forest. He never saw her again. Years passed. The prince grew older, married a beautiful princess who bore him 3 sons, and he became a wise and prosperous king. One day his queen decided to go to market. The king, seeing a hooded stranger waiting just outside the castle gate, begged his wife not to go. But she simply laughed and kissed him on the forehead and skipped off down the lane. She never returned, and he never saw her again. The king tried to warn his sons of the hooded stranger, but not one of them listened. One went a-hunting, one went a-drinking, one hugged his father and set off a-journeying. All left with the hooded stranger in tow, and he never saw any of them again. Many years passed, and the king grew old. One day his servants announced he had a visitor. The tall hooded stranger appeared before him. "Let us go somewhere," said the stranger. "Please, no, nowhere with you. I'll give anything to keep you away," said the king. "Anything? Even if it was for just a little while?" asked the stranger. "Anything," said the king. Even your crown?" The king thrust his crown into the stranger's hands. "Please, just go!" And so the stranger turned and began to leave the castle. But he stopped in the doorway, and he clicked his fingers, and the king found himself transformed into an enormous brown bear.